Johnny Goudie live, y'all. Listener supported. Show of power, show lady.
She comes by every single day to tell me how much noise I make. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm keeping her up. And the rents get higher, the floor's never been thick enough. She says she's got to get some sleep. Every day's like hell set on repeat. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, it's a simple lie. Well, I'm giving it out, but now I'm taking mine. Oh, and everyone's got something that they're hiding from. And everyone's got something that they're dying from. Oh, and everyone's got someone they can't trust enough. Oh, and everyone's got something that they're hiding from. She says her man rolled out with the tide. She drowned in the ocean that she cried. I love you, I love you, I love you, it's never enough. And the world will just leave you alone when the seas get rough. Oh, everyone's got something that they're hiding from. Everyone's got something that they're dying from. Oh, and everyone's got someone they can't trust enough. Oh, and everyone's got something that they're hiding from. Something that hurts, something that hangs around.
Thank you. It's called Everyone's Got Something. In the spirit of the unreleased song playing thing, I would like to join in and play an unreleased song called They Made Men Criminals.
All right. Johnny Goudie live on Solar Power Recorded Sun Radio.
The truth is, the rumor's been set in stone. The hero once revered is vilified. The county sheep don't get you any sleep. The bed that once was yours is occupied. Yeah. They make men criminals. They make men criminals. The war has spread like a nuclear disease. And I hear all the stars are horrified. The blood runs red and the wound runs deep. Yeah, tonight the audience
Thank you.
Live from Austin Eastciders Collaboratory over here at 979 Springdale Road. That is Johnny Goudie here on Sun Radio, supporting the 2024 Sun Radiothon happening right now. Folks, Nakia here with Chris Mosier. I'm just going to be blunt. We are behind. We are still at $2,500. We really could use your help. And I am talking to you, the listener, wherever you are right now. Please help us out by sending a text to 53555. Send one word, Sun Radio. If you can, that would be very helpful. It means a lot to us for sure.
Right. If you like the fact that you live in a cool town like Austin with a thriving Austin music scene, if you like Sun Radio, if you listen to us on a regular basis and you dig what we do, and if you like the fact that we combine those two things, that we support our musicians directly and they support us by coming and playing our events, we really appreciate them. And the Recharge program, as Nakia was mentioning, is all about helping out our musicians in town during times when they can't quite get by the bills, and sometimes that creeps up in an ever more expensive environment like Austin is. So once again, text Sun Radio, all one word, SUNRADIO, to 53555. Your donation, no matter what size donation it is, small, fine, big, better, yeah, but any little bit helps. We really do appreciate it. Helps us keep doing what we do at Sun Radio and helps us keep on helping our local musicians. So Johnny in particular was mentioning the dawn of my experience with Johnny Goudie was during the Mr. Rocket Baby era.
Yes, the early 90s.
The Steamboat era.
Steamboat era, yeah.
As it were.
Yeah.
So you've been around this town as long as I have, or longer.
Yeah.
And so you've seen the way that the environment in which musicians do music in Austin has evolved over time. So talk about that a little bit.
Well, doing the podcast and talking to a lot of musicians here in Austin, I also spent a few years working with the Austin Music Foundation before it had shut down. And the nature of the way that people present their music, I think, has changed more than the scene. You'll agree? Nakia did that same. You did consultations there too, right? Yeah, you did. There's a way that there's a thing that we learned coming up in Austin. And in most places in the time that we came up was that you go out and you play shows and you get fans. And one thing that has changed the paradigm completely is that now you can be drinking orange juice in the back of a truck on a skateboard, and all of a sudden that's the #1 song, which is a completely different sort of thing. And there's people that actually are looking for that sort of quick way out. The other thing that I think that's changed is that when we started out and we were playing, there weren't smartphones, a bazillion television shows that anybody could watch it. We didn't have that much competition. Like, being a dude in a band was like, oh my God, you're in a band? You know what I mean? It was like you were from space or something. Now, like, you know, somebody's kid that's like 4 plays guitar better than me. You know what I mean? Because of YouTube. So a lot of the things have changed, but I believe that in Austin, there's been the nature of seeing live music. My friend Dan over here, who's out on so many shows, filming shows, using social media to promote this live medium of music, which is sort of like what our currency is here in Austin. It's not so much about the records like The Way or something. It's more about people getting out there and earning their money, playing shows and entertaining people.
Absolutely. I would say that, you know, it requires a lot more work. It requires some diversification in what you're doing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are playing in 10, 15 different bands.
Yeah.
You got to work hard to do this.
You do. You really do. And that's another thing, is that I think that it's difficult. Sometimes someone will come along in your life, in your career as an artist, and be very real with you and say things to you like, you're complaining because no one's coming to see your show. Have you ever taken yourself outside of your body and watched your show and thought, if you would come pay $15 to see it?
That's great.
Right.
I mean, that's a really hard thing to do,
Sure.
and it's real mean for someone to say, but it makes everyone better.
Sure.
Hard realities are still realities.
Yeah.
I mean, and hard realities abound in Austin, Texas, especially for our artistic community, and that is why we are doing our Sun Radiothon, a second one we've done here at Austin Eastciders. Once again, please pitch in and help us continue to support our live music scene in Austin, Texas by texting Sun Radio, SUNRADIO, to 53555. We got a great lineup of music all weekend long. Hit sunradio.com to see the full list. And on now with us is Johnny Goudie.
I will continue playing music for you guys.
Please play some more music.
And when you're done with this round, Johnny, we're going to talk a little bit about your podcast.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I want folks to know how. I want to take a little credit.
A little? You get a lot of credit.
We're gonna-
Just wait.
We're going to
just
tell
wait.
you all about it after this next set of music. Again, please, if you are here with us and you got some extra cash, throw it in that box over there. If you are listening somewhere right now, we would love your support. Text Sun Radio to 53555. Here's Johnny Goudie live from Austin, Eastciders.
All right, I'm going to play a song called Sun Earth Moon that Nakia was nice enough to play on the radio last night. It was written with my friend Mark Addison and recorded with my friends over at Studio 601 here in Austin, Michael Ingbear and Eric Harrison.
Something in the way that you hide from anything that's beautiful, anything you need to survive. You hold it like a child, and it keeps you so remotely free, yeah. But do you believe the sun revolves around the earth revolves around the moon revolves around you, moon revolves around the earth revolves around the sun revolves around everyone. When I paint your picture on a stone, throw the stone into the sea and it's floating like a leaf. The weight of waiting for you is just like overcoming gravity. And I don't want to go, but I don't believe the sun revolves around the earth revolves around the moon revolves around you, moon revolves around the earth revolves around the sun revolves around everyone. And tomorrow you'll be far away. Another daydream fills the distance while I fade without having to leave, so you can be free to believe the sun revolves around the earth revolves around the moon revolves around you, moon revolves around the earth revolves around the sun revolves around everyone. Sun revolves around the earth revolves around the moon revolves around you, moon revolves around the earth revolves around the sun revolves around everyone.
Very nice. Johnny
Thank you.
Goudie. And a little astronomy lesson in one.
It is a very bad astronomy lesson, Chris Mosier. I wrote that song with Mark Addison, and it was on remember his band The Borrowers?
Yeah.
It was the first song on their second album, a very different vibe to the song. But the Cleveland Planetarium ended up picking that up and using it for their commercials for a couple of years. However, they made us go back and rewrite how everything works astronomically. I wrote Nakia that last night. I was like, It is not something to explain how the world or the universe works to your kids by any means, but emotionally it works.
There's metaphor there.
Yeah.
It's metaphor.
Absolutely.
So we were talking about Johnny, a veteran of the Austin music scene, and all the different aspects of what's out there, entertainment-wise, information-wise now, that hasn't always been there, is podcasting.
Yes.
And I would venture, there are probably people in this room that have yet to discover podcasting. It's still brand
That's
new
true.
to a lot of people, but you've been a pioneer with that. Talk about your podcast.
Well, in 2011, there's a long story that goes along to it, but I was always a big talk radio guy, and even like conservative talk radio, even if it wasn't my political bent, I just loved hearing people talk excitedly.
Yeah.
And interview stuff. Oh, I always loved them. So I wanted to do something once I found out that you could do it yourself. Like, I had a cousin of mine explain to me that not only was Fresh Air available on in podcast form, but there were actually people making original. And I was like, wait, what? And so then there were all these comedians interviewing comedians, and I thought, well, maybe I can do something interviewing musicians.
Mm-hmm.
But right before I knew what I was going to do interviewing musicians, it was Nakia's first night on The Voice. And
In 2011.
in
Season
2011,
one.
the summer of 2011, my former girlfriend Jessie and I went to Baby Acapulco's and had a couple margaritas and then raced back to catch Nakia on The Voice. And when I saw Nakia performing on The Voice, I had seen him sometime recently at Saxon Pub, playing to far less than 25 million people watching this show. And so I was like, oh my God, I bet what's going through his head right now is how did I get here? And then I said that out loud and I looked at Jessie and we were like, that's the name of the show! Yeah, so thank you, Nakia. And then I was like, I can just talk to my friends that lead incredibly weird lives.
Yep. And you've done that now. How many episodes have you done?
Today, episode 1410 came out. Thank you.
Over that whole time, over like 12, 13 years now?
Almost 13. It'll be 13 years in August.
Yeah,
In a couple weeks, it'll be 13 years.
So you're a veteran of that too. For
Thanks,
sure.
man, yeah.
In terms of, so many and there's so many that come and go. Very, very few that last that long.
That's true. The one thing that I use to explain it is I started doing it when you had to explain to someone what it was.
Yes.
Because it was never like, you'd like, no, there's no time. Like, well, wait a minute. So,
What
is
time
it?
does it come
Yeah,
on?
what time does it come on? That was always my favorite one.
Yeah. And now
So-
people just know it by the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. We're here with Johnny Goudie. Terrific stories, terrific music, all the way through this weekend here. Our Sun Radiothon continues the rest of the day, through the day tomorrow, and through part of the day on Sunday. Our fundraising, frankly, Nakia, has hit a little bit of a wall, honestly.
We are just shy. We're just under $3,000. We're right at $2,880 right now.
And we have an overall goal of $75,000 for the whole weekend. So
we
Guys,
still
you gotta
haven't even hit
donate.
we still haven't even hit 1%.
you really, really need to help us out. If you dig Sun Radio, if you dig local music, if you're just a decent human being,
Yeah.
with a little bit of scratch. We do have some donors to thank, though.
Let's do
now,
that.
now that I've been all maudlin about it. Let's thank Alex Garcia, $25.
Alex.
Let's thank Jeff Gibson, $20. Let's thank Larry Seaman, who I think is probably...
He's going to be playing this week.
That's
What?
right. So now
Is
the
this a
musicians...
pay-to-play situation?
I mean, maybe, well, I guess we'll give Larry $50 back through the recharge. But thank you, Larry. David Rice, $25. And Katie Braun, I don't know if Katie is part of the Braun family or not. Her family
Maybe
is
so.
probably,
Yeah.
something like that. $100 from Katie
$100
Braun.
from Katie Brown.
Thank you, Katie, very, very much. So the folks who have donated, we love you, we appreciate it, we can't do it without you. All you folks out there who have not yet donated, we need you to do so, please. Again, text the word Sun Radio, it's all one word, SUNRADIO to 53555 to help us out. Late breaking donations to mention here, Paul and Christy, I can't get this name right. Try that name. Pratchett?
Pratchett.
Pratchett. We're going to go with Pratchett.
Yes.
Paul and Christy, you guys are awesome. $200.
$200. $100 for each of them.
I've seen that each, yeah.
We just hit $3,000.
And we have just
Thank
hit
you.
3K.
Let's hear it
Awesome.
for $3,000.
Good job, Johnny.
You're welcome. Fun fact, I was going to tell you, today's episode features this guy, Peter Holzapper, who was in a band called the DBs. Still is in the band of the DBs. He was also in REM for 4 years. He played on, I think he's the mandolin guy on the recording of Losing My Religion. He played with Hootie and the Blowfish for 26 years, but they were like pioneering new wave power pop band. Having said that, our friend Larry Seaman, who just generously donated to Sun Radio, he and I have done an interview for his latest record, and he will be on the show in the next couple weeks. He was in a band called Standing Waves around the same time as the DBs that was in the same vein of like a power pop, new wave, jangle pop band. He's a genius, lady.
And he'll be here tomorrow at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
live on the radio.
Right. Check the full schedule at sunradio.com.
I think my bandmate Darren is playing tomorrow as well.
Darren Murphy
Is he allowed to play at these things?
He is allowed.
Okay, I didn't
at
know.
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Wait, why would we not allow him to play?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
Johnny Goudie, though, is going to play us a couple more songs right here on solar-powered, listener-supported Sun Radio at the 2024 Sun Radiothon happening at Austin Eastciders.
All right. I'm going to play a song right now called Bad Man. I want to let you guys know I have this band called Happy Land with Kimmy Rhodes and Gabe Rhodes and Sean Pander and Louis Rhodes. There's like 3 generations of Rhodes. And if Louis were to have a child, I'm sure that baby would be in the band as soon as it could like play an instrument. Which I think is like, in that family, you have to be like fully skilled on at least one instrument by 3 years old. Anyway, this song's called Bad Man. Living so dark and insincere, just in time to hear the people cheer out. Getting drunk with my inner voices there, telling me that I have run out of choices, so I'll make it like I never came to take a chance to leave disaster in my wake. Let it go till the going gets absurd, yeah. Leave your mark, but don't ever say a word, no, no. Now you fake it like you mean it when you hurt. You keep an extra heart inside your shirt, because you're the star, you're on the air, truly fabulous, or not to be. So leave me to my mess and let me be, because no one looks as good in it as me. Keep my grin and my secret life of sin, yeah, where the dream ends, a bad man begins, yeah. Thank you. One more song? All right. I've also, Tony Campbell is playing next. He's one of my favorite dudes. He made an amazing record a couple of years ago, and also has one of my favorite podcasts that I ever listened to about the Gulf Coast here and all of the characters therein. Tony Campbell. He'll clap for him later. Just keep clapping for me. We're all good. I'm gonna play you guys a song. I was in this band called Goudie, and I wrote this song with Jane Whelan from the Go-Go's quite a long time ago. But it's still one of my favorite songs. I'm gonna play it now. It's called Julia. Julia, sweet Julia, don't you understand, my dear? You're the only girl for me. If only I could make you see, my Julia, sweet Julia. I love your special stillness. I don't want to wake you
ties about the girl, silently and pretty too, won't you? Let me crawl inside with you and dream me away from here. Your cold flesh calls me in, Julia. Lay me down, my dear. You're breathless and free, Julia. Julia, sweet Julia, now, baby, won't you talk to me? You're the one who understands. Come alive in my command and keep me away from here. Your cold flesh calls me in, Julia. Lay me down, my dear. You're breathless and free, Julia. Take me away from here. Your cold flesh calls me in, oh, Julia. Lay me down, my dear. You're breathless and free. Please stop staring at me, just lie quietly, Julia.
Johnny Goudie live.
We are down here.